And the fact is, and it really helped loosen up the whole feeling instead of going 1, 2, 3, shit, you know. It was just like kind of going to a party.
I think it was great weather for a gig because there was cloud, I think, which kept, and there was no wind, which meant all the sound would just go, it would sound great, you know, because it wasn't phasing with the PA, you know, it was just really, and it was still.
As this concert was going down, I was going, I cannot believe how good the band is playing. And obviously it was because the whole unit was so well tuned at this point, as I said before, gathering momentum. And it's from Guns in the Sky to the end, it was just a sensational concert.
Looking at 85,000 people bouncing around singing, you know, songs that, you know, you've just recorded a year ago, sure, it feels great, you know.
I think for INXS it's always been more about music and the performance of that than really attitude, and you know, and so I think that's helped us to cross, you know, international boundaries too. And it's about music, it's about performing, it's about people having a good time. You know, I think that's what matters, and I think that night we did that.
Don't you know what you're doing? You got a death wish. Who's that?
The point of the show at Wembley that makes it significant is that, first of all, it was shot well on film. It was really, really done well by David Mallet and his crew, really well. And well recorded by Mark Opitz and the people who were doing the recording for us at the time. Did a great job. And those guys doing that back-end media stuff for us was brilliant, you know, because it really helped us to have something now, to this day, that is important. You know, first of all, obviously Michael's not with us, unfortunately, and but neither is Wembley Stadium. And so the fact that all that got captured intact is incredible in itself. That's what makes it significant to me, and that we played well. Michael, you know, did an amazing job up front, really incredible. And we played well, and it sounds good, it looks good, and I think that's what makes it special, is the combination of those factors, you know.
Someone like me who'd started early with the band and gone through all that and seen the band develop from clubs in Wollongong and Sydney to get to a point at Wembley Stadium, you cannot imagine how proud I was to be part of that and to be there, and how proud I was of that band to see what they achieved in that particular moment in time. It was unbelievable, and you just watch the sea of people. In hindsight, there were so many great decisions made that weren't purpose-built. For instance, the fact that the show started in daytime and finished into night. It allowed the lighting to take the shape. It allowed a much more variety in the pictures, the way it came out. So all those additives, you know, it was a band playing at a gig. But when you add the whole thing, and as Michael says, this is the biggest pub gig we've ever played, and that's what they are, a pub rock band playing in the highest echelon you could possibly play at. So thereby, there's no greater testament to a pub rock band than playing packed out Wembley Stadium and really killing it.
That was very good. We had a really good time, and we're doing more. Everybody in the band has their moments where they do things that are a little bit selfish to you know, create humour on stage or whatever. We have our own sort of private jokes on stage that keep us going, you know. And Michael's was, you know, walking back out and grabbing a guitar and playing crap. really loud, and then it sounded a little good. Very grounding experience when you're playing Wembley Stadium. Jodie was 3.5 or 4 months pregnant, and we were out shopping and buying, toys for the future baby, etc. And during about the 4th song or 5th song, she started losing the baby. Her borders broke, and so she was whisked off to the infirmary. And then I played the whole show and walked off at the end, and thinking, wow, I'm gassed. What a great concert. And then as soon as I walked down the stairs, 4 policemen grabbed me, and Chris Murphy, our then manager, sort of said, "You've got to go with them." So I'm like, what have I done? And straight through the entire audience, around the outskirts of the stadium, as the audience was all leaving, in my gear, straight through the whole crowd to the back. The infirmary was at the far end of the stadium, and there's Jodie there directing. She's okay, but she's directing all the kids who've taken the brown acid instead of the green acid, and she's talking all these kids through their bad trip. It was just quite amazing. It was like the infirmary was full of about 40 or 50 kids, all there because they'd been sold bad drugs. And there's Jodie in the middle on directing traffic and looking after the kids. But we almost lost our first child, who's Lucy's now nearly 13. So by the time I got down to the party room at the hotel, everyone was over enjoying themselves, and I was just so grounded. It was like, I'll have a beer now. It was quite funny when you look back at it.
You were great.
You were great.
You were great.
I think when you get that kind of pressure before a show, you do feel an enormous sense of relief that you simply got through it and did what you did, enjoyed it. And then, you go, great, oh, fantastic, I loved that, that was wonderful, let's do it again, But things don't always go that smoothly, and shit happens and you get stuck in it, that's real life, But that night, just everything clicked. It just was, it was a good feeling.
I'm extremely proud of it. And I'm proud that, when my kids see it and they go, who's that guy? Where's the hair gone, Dad? But also when other bands drag it out, hire my studio, drag it out and put it on, and they're all sheepish about, I saw that concert, my God, and you sort of put at the back of your mind that that's what you did, because that was then. It was a fair while ago now, obviously, and also, as I said before, we didn't release it. We didn't come home going, we're just never a band to come back bragging about what we did. We always snuck back home and kept it quiet.
A bunch of Australian guys from the suburbs, took a band around the world and ended up playing a show like that, and we did it. And we did it together as a group of people, and we pulled it off.
That day, Wembley Stadium was a definitive moment for INXS, which captured the essence of INXS. I'll never forget it.
My philosophy on INXS now, and I think for all of us, the good thing is just to be what you are, and to be alive and be performing music, and for people to like that. You're really lucky. Doesn't matter if there's 5 people there, 10 people there, 10 million people, 10 billion people, the universe. It's just as long as you're happy and you like doing what you're doing, then it's great. It's all good,
2 worlds colliding.